Round eyes are without a doubt one of the trickiest eye shapes to map because a lot of the styles that we love can easily make this eye shape look droopy, heavy, or even rounder if they're not customized properly. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you 3 different maps that you can use on any round-eyed client. So firstly, let's do a quick assessment. When I look at this client, I can see that the eyes appear more open and rounded through the center. Because of that, I'm not looking to make the eyes look even more open. Instead, I'm looking at how I can create balance and add elongation to the eyes. So starting off with mapping number 1, a sunset shape. This is my choice when I want something very soft without drawing emphasis to a particular part of the eye. It almost mimics the eye shape that your client already has. So when it comes to creating this mapping, there's a few things that you want to note. Your longest length should be your largest section, and rather than placing those longer lengths only in the middle like what you would do with an open eye, you're going to bring them farther toward the outer portion of the eye, so it should look a little something like this. So just a little comparison, here's what an open eye map looks like when you place your longest length in the middle only. You can see that there's more of a peak and it opens the eye up, as opposed to a sunset map where you bring all of your lengths closer to the outer corner. You can see that it creates more of a soft, rounded shape, like a sunset. What's actually interesting is that because her eyes already naturally resemble a sunset shape, you could theoretically use one length across the entire eye and still achieve this style. Now, I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that in practice, but it's a cool way to understand how the eye shape can work to your advantage. I'm not going to dive too deep into curls for this video because that's totally dependent on your client's natural lash lift. But typically for rounder eyes, you would want to stick to softer curls to help flatter the eye shape. Using too much curl can make the eye appear more open. But if I were to create this sunset shape on this particular model, I would choose to use a C curl for the entire set just because her lashes are already naturally lifted, so I don't want to use too much curl here. Now moving on to map number 2 is a squirrel, or also known as a kitten mapping. For this style, the longest length sits at the arch of the brow before gradually tapering back down to the shorter lengths on the outer corner. It basically looks like an in-between of an open eye and a cat eye. This creates a lifting effect because the visual focus is pulled upward rather than outward. For round eyes, squirrel mappings can be incredibly effective because they add lift while avoiding the heaviness that sometimes happens when too much length is placed at the outer corner. So your mapping will look a little something like this. Once you've applied all of the lashes in your emphasis area, you're going to work your way down to shorter lengths for the outer corners to avoid causing any droopiness. You can go as short as you want. I usually go down to the same length that I used on my inner corner. So if I used an 8 on my inner corner, I'll usually go down to an 8 on the outer corner. And in case you're wondering, I'm using our digital lash tools to bring all of these visuals to life. You can download it on your iPhone, your Android, or your iPad. And it's honestly such a game changer for pre-planning your lash sets. And it's super beginner friendly. And we send you along a bunch of tutorials on how to use them. If you are interested in trying our digital lash tools, I'll go ahead and leave the link in the caption below, as well as a little discount code for you. And last but not least, mapping number 3 is a modified cat eye. So traditional cat eyes place the longest lengths directly on the outer corner. The challenge with round eyes is that this often creates a droopy effect because the eye shape descends downward very quickly on that outer corner. So if we're not careful with where we place our longest lengths, it won't look very flattering on the client. So here's what I suggest when creating a modified cat eye look. For starters, this mapping is more advanced, so you will definitely want to map with the eyes open. And if you'd like a mini tutorial on that, go ahead and click the link on the top right-hand corner and then come back to this video. So you're going to start by marking where the highest part of the eye is. For this client, the highest part begins here and ends here. The reason why it's important to mark this part of the eye is because the height from the eye shape will make your lengths look even longer. So if we're not careful, we will draw emphasis to the middle part of the eye, which is what we don't want. So if I were to build my map, I would keep my lengths really short from the inner corner to the middle part of the eye. I'm talking 7, 8, 9mm at the longest on this inner portion of the eye, because once that eye shape begins to descend downward, we're fighting against that downward tilt, and we need to make sure that those lengths are going to stand higher than the 9mm, because we're really trying to lift that outer corner up. So once we get to this point here where the eye shape begins to descend down, we're going to bump our lengths up very quickly. So we're going to go 10, 11, 12, 13, making sure to slightly direct your lashes out towards the ear to elongate the eyes. And once we get to this section right here, we don't want to go any longer. From here, we want to bump our lengths down very, very quickly to avoid creating that droopy effect. So we're going to go 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. You might only have to lash 2 lashes per section here, because that's how quickly we're going to bump down. And what will happen is those shorter lengths will tuck in behind those longer lengths, because you've directed these lashes out, so they won't even be noticeable. They'll just hide behind that long 14mm section. And at this point, you have completely transformed the eye shape from an opened round eye to an elongated almond eye shape. I even suggest getting creative with your curls too, like using C-curl for the majority of the set and then transition to a stronger curl for the outer corners like CC or even L would look amazing. Please know that this mapping will take time to master, because you're essentially reshaping the visual balance of the eye, but with practice and a strong understanding of your theory, there's no doubt you will master this style. If you ever need help, just know that we got you. We have tons of free education on Instagram, YouTube, and blogs on our website. We also have tons of affordable online courses to choose from, and we're always available over Instagram DM if you need any help. As always, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps us out so much. And if you have any questions or comments, please drop them down below. I'd love to chat. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.